What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Panda here, and we finally have info in the game about our brand new champions coming to the game. If you saw my video a few days ago, you'll have seen the sort of event overview we went over in that video, and you'll also have noticed that there were two new champions, right? We have Falcha, and I believe the other one's name is Aelin, and they have finally been added into the game in the form of being able to see their abilities, their awakens, etc. So I'm gonna kind of just quickly go through the kits and give my initial thoughts on them. Obviously, I don't have access to the test server, and so I don't have the ability to play with the champions yet. But I do know that we're going to be able to have access to Falcha through the event when it comes out. So I'll be able to do an actual video with her, even though I'm probably not going to be pulling for her because I don't foresee getting 250 summons in time, even if I wanted to go for her. But let's just dive right into the kits. Let's see what they look like and go from there. So Falcha, first thing is she looks awesome. I love her design. These swords are super cool. She's got 3 of them, which is kind of crazy. But I also just like the black leather. I really like this sort of design. It's really cool looking. The hair is pretty cool. The eyes with the I don't know if that's scars or tattoos, or I don't know what it is, but it looks pretty cool. I'm assuming it's some kind of demonic thing since she's the Tri-Blade Demon's Bane. But yeah, so she is a Northerner fighter, which is fantastic. She has the sort of basic range. It says here mixed damage, multi-strike attack, and true damage. So I'm really excited to sort of read through this kit and see what she's able to do. It looks like I was right when we were reading through that event, and I saw that she was being compared to things like Silas and Nocturne, because she does have true damage in her kit, which totally makes sense. So let's go ahead and dive right in. We've got the talent here. After performing basic attack 20 times, gains Demon Slaying Stance, which is basic attacks will deal an extra 160% true damage. Shadow Slash will deal 260% true damage 5 extra times. So this is actually crazy. Basically what this means is for these 25 seconds, we're going to have a basic attack that deals, because this jumps up to 95% each, so it's 190% damage on top of 160% damage. So I mean, that is a hefty basic attack, which is awesome. That's crazily good. She also gains specialized attack speed. So this is the same thing that Voroth has. Basically what this means is that she's able to hit she has a better breakpoints for attack speed. So you need less attack speed to get more attacks per second, which is pretty cool, especially since she needs to get so many attacks in order to gain this stance. So quickly we'll show the basic attack one more time. Deals 75% up to 95% normal damage and magic damage to one enemy. So this is really cool. It makes her very versatile. She's going to be usable in places like Gear Raid 1 as magic damage, but also be usable in places where there's very high magic resistance people, because they'll probably have low defense. So she's kind of a good versatile unit, which is interesting to say the least. Then we have the ultimate, which is Shadow Slash. So Shadow Slash deals 100% up to 160% normal damage 5 times, and 100% up to 160% magic damage 5 times to one enemy. So that is crazy. So this is 160% times 10. That's a 1600% attack ultimate. And that's not even including the additional 260% on top of that. So if we take that 260 and we multiply that by 5, so that's 2900% attack on her ultimate, which is kind of crazy. And it's not even a ridiculous, you're going to get it up pretty quickly too, because it has a 900 starting. It only costs 1200 down to 1100, so it's not going to take that long to get your first ultimate. Definitely could see this being a huge damage dealing skill, definitely making it into the tops of fighters. Then we go into Demon Slayer's Might. So when the hero is in Demon Slaying Stance, increase damage by 30 up to 50%. And when the hero is shielded, increase damage by an extra 20 up to 40%. So she's a Northerner, which means as long as you have any Lord for Northerners, you're going to get those shields pretty regularly. Also, if you have her paired with someone like Vortex, where she's able to get shields from him, odds are she's going to be shielded most of the time. So you're looking at basically just 90% increase in damage while she's in this demon slaying stance. I would be interested to see how long the demon slaying stance uh, is, like what the uptime is, because like for example, obviously we know it's active for 25 seconds, but you know, is it, are you able to build up to the next one while you're in the current one, is my kind of question. Because if you can, that's crazy. I could also see some more Laurel cheese with this, right? With being able to remove Laurel, get that huge rage boost, and get a ton of these damages while in the Demon Slayer's stance. Lots of potential damage there for sure. Then we have Adrenaline Rush. When deployed, immediately enters Demon Slaying Stance. That lasts for 25 seconds, and it goes up to 4, 6, 8, 10, so 35 seconds. So that's nice. She can go straight into dealing damage. Definitely excited to see her, you know, in some combat. Let's check out the Awakens. I know that this is kind of a, you're probably not going to get these right away, but let's check them out. So at Awaken 1, gain a shield with the strength of 2,000% attack speed upon entering Demon Slaying Stance for 10 seconds. So that's actually huge. You know, if we go with like I think the best attack speed set I have right now is about 600 attack speed. So if you take that 600 and multiply it by 2,000, I mean, that is a large shield. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, that's 1.2 million. There's gotta be something in there that's a huge shield. That is a lot of survivability. Basically makes her unkillable during this. I'd be interested to see, maybe it's a little bit of a different scaling than what I'm thinking. Like maybe it's 2,000 of her attacks per second or something. I'm not sure. Definitely seems kind of crazy. Awaken 2 is just 5% attack. We love that. When the hero is in Demon Slaying Stance, reduces attack interval by 20%. So she just attacks even more often, which is crazy, especially because you're getting that true damage in that state. Pretty phenomenal. Awaken 4, 8% crit rate, which means it's easier to get her built. That's pretty good too. Awaken 5. When the hero is in Demon Slaying Stance, she becomes immune to death when receiving fatal damage. However, once the effect ends, she will instantly die. Okay, so basically she just gets to stave off death. That's kind of cool. Similar to something like Decimus. Or I think, was it Cerberus, I think also has that type of mechanic. Of course, this takes an A5 version, but definitely seems interesting. I am really excited for even just getting an A1. Seems like she'd be really cool. One of the things that is kind of unfortunate about her is she is limited specifically to this event. So the odds of you being able to pull her are pretty low to begin with, unless you have the 250 summons or you're willing to spend to get to the 250 summons. And also the fact that she's not going to come back, odds are, right? So you'd have to use soul stones in order to get her awakens. So a little unfortunate, but she definitely seems really cool, really pretty powerful even. I mean, again, I haven't seen her in combat yet, but definitely excited to be able to play with her in the storyline. But yeah, this is Falcha. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I am going to be releasing a video probably very soon after this one going over Aylin's skills, so make sure to check that one out. If you liked this video, please leave it a like and a comment down below talking about what you guys feel about Falcha. Are you going to summon for her? Do you have the 250? Could be a pretty interesting champion to get for sure for some accounts. I have definitely seen some screenshots of some crazy damage numbers on her, so I am excited to see what she can do in the game for sure. But guys, please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.